I just realized my entire outfit is gray, but it's like 2 different shades of gray. My pants are a completely different gray than my shirt. Let's throw a splash of color in there. That's the backwards fit. And welcome to my channel. A random dude in a Spider-Man mask who spends most of his videos trying to decide what hat he wants to wear. See, that sounds like a stupid statement, but if you've been here for a while, you know that that's not at all false. Hey, what up? My name is Miles, and it's been a minute. Well, not really. It's been like a week. If you've been keeping up, the last video we posted, we were unboxing this lightsaber, the Luke Skywalker hilt, along with that one over there, the Anakin Skywalker hilt. Which, by the way, no one's gonna comment on how cool that throw and catch was. I wasn't even looking. I was like, oh. Anyway, we posted that about a week ago. Ow, god damn, I can't do anything funny. I'm like 20 seconds into this video and I'm already being unprofessional. Did you expect anything else? Anyway, we posted that unboxing about a week ago. If you want to check it out, you definitely should. Link is down below. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make when talking about that and rambling is there's a lot of things in my room and I was recently reorganizing, moving some stuff around. Clearly you can see I did not do a good job because my bed is over there and my helmet is up here. When I was reorganizing, I found this guy, the box that has all of my Spider-Man face shells in it. It was actually in a smaller box. That's the new box that I repositioned all of it in. And I thought, why not I use this for content? Because that's what every content creator does nowadays. They just use everything for content. I'm honestly not even making fun of anybody because I literally do this every day. But in all seriousness, I thought it would be a cool idea to show you guys every face shell that I have, every single Spider-Man mask that I own, and kind of go through the evolution of face shells from my very first homemade one all the way up into my most recent one. This one, the symbiote shell that I got from Matthew DC that I also unboxed. That link is down below too. That is on, right? Uh-oh. Huh? Okay. That would have sucked if that mic was not on. You know how annoying it is to record and then just not capture audio? Over my time as a cosplayer, and more specifically a Spider-Man cosplayer, I have accumulated a lot of face shells. Now, if you don't know what a face shell is, it is a part of a Spider-Man mask that not a lot of people know about. What it essentially is a hard plastic shell that you wear underneath the fabric mask. You then pop off the magnetic lenses, slide the mask on, position the webbing how you want it, and then you put the lenses right back on. That's how you can get the nice professional Spider-Man shape to match whatever character you're going for, whether it's the Sam Raimi films, the Amazing Spider-Man films, the MCU films, Spider-Verse, any other characters, Gwen, Miguel, Miles, they all have different shapes and all require different shells. It also prevents the mask from pressing up against your nose or suctioning on your mouth. I'm not gonna get into that whole debate of should you get a face shell, should you not, do you need one? That's saved for another video. This video is just showcasing the ones that I have and showing you kind of the differences between them all. So with that being said, oh my god, I totally just missed that spin. Let's get into it. I already broke one. So to start things off, first and foremost, we're gonna go chronologically from my time as a Spider-Man cosplayer. The first face shell that I had was this one. These are custom DIY face shells that I made out of hot glue, a cereal box, and Bondo. Literally that. It probably cost a total of like 20 bucks to make each shell. Completely DIY, completely rough, completely craft-based, but it works. At least it did for the time being until I started upgrading into different characters and needing different shells. But if you're a new Spider-Man cosplayer and maybe you don't want to drop a bunch of money on a face shell and you just want to kind of experiment, this is where the cardboard shell comes in handy. And if you don't know how to build one, then don't even worry because I have a video showing you the entire step-by-step process of how to make a face shell out of a cereal box. I'm going to link that, of course, down below. You can follow along there and start off by making your own Spider-Man face shell. As a cosplayer, if you can build a costume that's cheap and effective, it works. A cheap way to have fun, that sounded wrong. It's a pretty good starting point, especially if you're just starting out. Nothing wrong with something like this, and that's why I kept it around. I don't ever use this one again. It's not comfortable, but it shows the humble beginnings. It shows where we started, so I gotta keep it as a memento. Next up on the list, we have 3 face shells that are pretty much the exact same thing. This is the print costume basic shell. So where I get my Spider-Man suits from personally is printcostume.com. You've always gotten my suits from them because they've never let me down. And if you go to that site and use my code MILES15, you'll save a little bit of dough on your suit. But not only do they offer suits, they offer the basic generic Spider-Man shell. Now, when I say basic generic, this is it. Like, this is all they offer. This is the exact size, make, and model. It's a universal size. It doesn't come with custom sizing. A universal size. It's the make and model model, the lens style, this is what you're gonna get. Obviously, the lens color will change if you need to get the traditional Spider-Man look for either, you know, Tobey, Andrew, or Tom, or red if you need to get for the Miles, whether it's PS4, PS5, Spider-Verse, what have you. I do also think they offer a Gwen Stacy shell with the pink lenses, but again, it's the exact same style. I think Print Costume offers like alternative lenses, but I honestly wouldn't recommend getting those. As much as I like Print Costume for their suits, it's not a place that I go to get my shells. The only reason that I happen to have 3 of them is I just lost one of the eyes. The only reason that I have 3 of the Print Costume shells is because on 3 of the suits that I've ordered, I added the shell option. The first one was for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. It was before I had my actual Amazing Spider-Man 2 shell, so I just needed something. The red one was, of course, for the Spider-Verse Miles suit, which I still wear this one. It's the only Print Costume shell that I actually like is with the Miles suit. The third shell came with the Symbiote PS5 suit when we were promoting that new discount code. Now we're starting to get into the spicy ones, into the money shots. Woo! We like that one. If you can't already recognize this one by the giant bug eyes, we have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Andrew Garfield shell. Now, this one is both my favorite and least favorite, and I'm going to explain exactly why. It is my favorite looking shell. When I wear this shell and Michael gets that right shot and it looks great, the right angle, the right lighting, it's beautiful. I love the bug eyes. I love the fact that they are mirrored as opposed to just like this matte eye that I have on every other shell. It's awesome. However, where this is my least favorite shell are 3 reasons. Number 1, it's very flexy, like that, as comparative to every other shell I own, that doesn't flex that way. Number 2 is on the inside. If you can see here, the magnets are not flush with the mask. They actually poke out like 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4 inch, and they dig into my skin. Now, on like a shorter shoot or a private one, like if we're in the rain room and we have privacy and no one's gonna come in, or if it's only like a 2-hour shoot, I have no problem just suffering through them digging into my face. But if I'm in a place where I can't take my mask off, like I'm at a convention for a couple hours, like 6 to 8 hours a day, or if I'm just in public downtown taking photos, this is where it gets a little bit tricky and where I really do have to commit to wearing the mask. The third reason is simply because of the eyes are the hardest to see out of. Like I said before, these blank mesh eyes are very easy to see out of because they're not glossed over, there's no glass. These ones, I don't know if you can see through this. That was probably a stupid idea. These ones are a little bit trickier because there's no ventilation in them, so they fog up very fast. Now, even though I have 3 reasons why this is my least favorite shell, it is still my favorite looking shell, and damn, it looks beautiful with that suit. And it works, you know, I'm not gonna complain too much about it. You literally just complained for like 2 minutes, bro. Yeah. Low-key, I'm not gonna complain too much about it because it works, it looks great. Now we're moving into some that maybe you haven't seen yet. If you've been around my page for a while, probably have seen it, or if you've been in my OG TikToks like years ago, you'll know what this one is. We get the PS4 Advanced shell, but not just the PS4 Advanced shell. There's something special about this one. If you notice on the top here, we have these circles that aren't on my other shells, and the reason for that is because they're magnets and they attach to the spikes. PS4 Spider-Punk shell. This is one that I ordered way back when I was going to do the PS4 Spider-Man. In fact, I actually did do the PS4 Spider-Punk. I have the entire suit, the entire costume built. I've just never taken it out for a photo shoot yet. This one I got off of a vendor on Etsy. I'll leave it linked down below if I can find it. This is the heaviest shell that I own. So comparative to my other ones, it's a little bit heavier and they're pretty heavy compared to my other lenses. Also, what I've noticed is these ones, if you can see that, are very fragile. This one dropped on the ground like years ago and it just instantly shattered. Same thing with the shell. I feel like if I drop this shell, it'll crack versus my other shells will actually survive a fall. Not that you should be dropping your shells or your lenses anywhere, but knowing me, I'm a very clumsy person, clearly. As I said, it also comes with the magnets on top for you to attach those spikes to. Moving right along, we have one that I don't think anyone has seen before and one that I've never really showcased. This one. This is a completely raw print that I still have to work on, but this is the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider shell. Obviously with, of course, the detachable lenses. As we can see, the actual mesh like this is not inserted yet. I have to order that mesh. And then of course, you know, sand it, fill it, put some plastic dip on it so that the mask sticks, but that's for the future. So this one is a cool teaser for a suit that's eventually gonna happen. Hopefully, I would hate to have a shell and just never use it, but I really wanna do the one with the red suit and the blue hoodie. Okay, last but not least, and the most recent addition to the collection is the PS5 Symbiote Surge face shell from the homie Matthew DC on Instagram. And damn, this is beautiful. This is the best shell that I own currently. Not only because it's the most recent and it's the least worn, but watching the progress of Matthew over the years and his shell creation, like he is the guy for Spider-Man shells because this is a beautiful quality shell. It's a little heavier than my other shells, but not as heavy as the Spider-Punk shell. It's not stupid heavy. It's heavy, but I know it's sturdy. I feel like if I dropped it, it would survive. I'm not gonna test that, but I'm going to trust my gut that if I dropped this, it would survive. Same thing with the lenses. The lenses feel like they would survive a fall. I cannot say the same for those Punk lenses, but again, that's my fault for dropping them. Both the Symbiote shell and the Ben Reilly shell are from Matthew DC on Instagram. Now, out of all of my shells, I would probably have to say this one is my favorite overall, just in terms of quality and design, but the Amazing Spider-Man 2 one is my favorite looking shell. So, with a happy medium, eventually one day, I'm going to order an Amazing Spider-Man 2 shell from Matthew DC on Instagram, and then we're gonna have a beautiful Amazing Spider-Man 2 shell. But for now, this one does the job, and hey, we gotta give him some props. Anyway, that is going to be the video for today. I do appreciate you watching. If you are new here, feel free to like and subscribe. I hate saying that because I sound like a cliche YouTuber, but at this point, I am a YouTuber. I just try not to be very cliche. But you know, you could still like and subscribe. That'd help you boy out. Anyway, if you do have any questions, comments, concerns about face shells, about any of the ones that I got, if you need links or vendors, feel free to leave a comment down below. I always try my best to get back to everybody. Also, announcement, because this has been happening a lot. I know that I say, if you have a question, feel free to reach out to me. That's inquiring about like DMs and emails. Listen, let me put something out there and explain this because I need people to understand this. My DMs on Instagram are open. You're allowed to message me if you have like a question about a Spider-Man suit, about a lightsaber. Go for it. I'm gonna try my best to get back to you. But number one, my DMs are filtered on Instagram, so a lot of them go into hidden, so it's gonna take me a minute to find them. Number two, and this is most important, this is incredibly important, if you have a question, please just ask the question in the message. Just send me a message being like, hey Miles, I have a question, and then leave the question. Like actually type the question out, because the amount of DMs I get with people just saying, hey, I have a question, and then nothing after that, bro, help me out. I want to be able to help everybody and respond back to people, of course, but I can't do that if I don't have the question to actually respond to. And unfortunately, I can't have a conversation with literally everybody. That goes for pretty much any sort of messaging. However, if you do need to get in touch, I would recommend just leaving a comment on a YouTube video because I check those way more frequently. And if you just leave your question there, if I can't get to it, odds are someone else can and will help you. I just needed to say that because it has been happening a lot recently, and I don't want people to feel like I'm ignoring them or I am pushing them aside. I just want to set out that boundary and say like, yo, if you have a question, ask it, and then I'll answer. You know, let's try to have positive vibes all around and help each other out. But again, just leave a comment down below. That's probably the most efficient way to get a reply. Anyway, should we give a hint for the secret cosplay this year? If you don't know, and if you're new here, in October of this year, I am doing a secret cosplay that I have not announced. I've announced every other cosplay I'm doing this year. That, of course, would be the Cat Bodega suit from the PS5 Miles Morales game, finishing up my Biker Scout Trooper, getting that approved by the Midwest Garrison, and actually going out for a proper photo shoot. Also going to be attempting to do Kylo Ren this summer for a photo shoot with my friend who does a raid, as well as we just finished up the symbiote suit. We're going to be taking that out to shoot probably in May. Those are all hopefullys if time and budgetary reasons allow for it. But there also is a secret cosplay that I'm doing in October that I'm slowly giving hints for. Am I going to give a hint this video? No, because I don't have any hints left. I have to come up with more. But if you want to check out the other hints, scroll through some of the videos that I posted this year. You're going to find a couple hints. Don't worry. I didn't forget about it. I'll get it. I just need to make more hints. Clearly I didn't plan this through very well. Anyway, I've rambled on for way too long, but thank you so much for watching. Peace and love, do good things, and I'll see everybody in the next one. Peace. Yeah, Spider-Man!